to Life Transitions with Coach Robin. Look, listen, guys, listen. You are hearing a snippet of Coach Robin. Yes, me, Coach Robin, being interviewed on Queendom Radio. I want you to tune in. Listen, guys, it's an opportunity to hear another side of Coach Robin. Don't touch that dial.
Yeah.
But at the time, it was hard. So I'm just saying, be encouraged, because at the time that you're going through it, it seemed like it's you're going to die. You feel like you're going to die. You feel like you're alone. You feel like you're abandoned. You feel like, I'm not loved. You feel like all these different emotions. But trust me, in the end, you will sit with the King. In the end, you will be in the place where God has called you to be. If you just stay in it, stay in the game. He has a plan for your life.
Yes. So listen, folks, y'all tuned in to Queendom Life Radio. Look,
I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm telling you, that's okay. Look, we still have more to come. Look, call up somebody right now and tell them to come on. Just come on in to WTWI Media. Tune in to iHeart. Tune in. All those. Just click the link. Just click the link, y'all, and come on into this conversation. Look.
Yes.
Look. It's that time. It's that time for pillow talk. Y'all ready for some pillow talk?
Yes.
Come on, get the stockies on and get in the bed and get the coffee and let's have a little conversation, a little pillow talk.
Yes. I thought about something else that we always say that song, experience is a good teacher, is the best teacher.
Yes.
It is. Even though it sounds, like blasé, it is the best teacher. And sometimes we want to escape out of things that are happening to us. But if had I not gone through all the stuff that I went through, I wouldn't have been. I wouldn't be the person that I am.
Yes.
I mean, when I think about it, it makes me stronger. It makes me more determined to fight for who I am, because of what I've been through. And had I not went through this, I think it was like a soldier. He's went in the army and he learns how to fight and how to. He can do anything because he's been through that he's a warrior.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like we're warrior princess, warrior queens.
Come on.
Because I am going to fight for everything I got. And it's because, you know why? Because I know when I fight, as soon as I fight, I'm going to win. But it's when you give up. You never know how you're going to know if you're going to win if you just give up.
We want to define, we don't fight in the physical.
No.
You're fighting, we fight in the spiritual, but we also want to fight in the essence of being a woman.
Yes.
That feminine flow.
Right. Okay.
This letting it flow and knowing, regardless of what it is, God got your back.
Yep. And I'm going to win.
The battle is already won. We just got to go through to get to the victory. And sometimes if we're going through that tunnel, sometimes the shadow, you may see death. Sometimes going through the shadow, you may not see the light on the other side of the tunnel.
Right.
But just rest assured,
it's there.
When you really open your eyes to the situation you are in, you will see the light at the end. So look, ladies, look. This is segment Pillow Talk. I want to get into some intimate stuff. And the diaries, people will kick your butt for reading their diaries. Brothers and sisters have literally fight through the house reading their diaries. See, mothers find out really what their kids going through in the diary.
Yes.
Your diary is that thing that's so close to you that you don't want anybody else to read.
Yeah.
Because you think. So I want to get into the most vulnerable part of your story. We talked the surface, and Pastor Robert, you mentioned Joseph. There were some times in the pit that the Bible may not have recorded that Joseph and Joseph experienced. So, we have titles and we have positions, but in Pillow Talk, we're taking those off. We're not pastor, we're not speaker, we're not author. We are women sharing our stories in the most vulnerable part.
Yeah.
I know for me, and I'm going to start this off, I know for me, there are many times I just want to give up. There are many times where it just gets so hard, and I say, God, why do I have to keep going through this? God, why do I have to keep feeling this way? You know, what is it?
Mm-hmm.
And these moments, sometimes like an emotional roller coaster, because you want something so bad. You want something so bad to the point where it hurts you.
Yes.
You can taste it.
Yes. Just
you
you
can
reach.
feel it.
Yes.
You can reach your hand, but you just can't get it. You're like, ah!
Yes.
But the things that you got to go through, the things, and for me, it's been a very, 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 I don't know how many varies I can say tend to describe the feeling, but very hard for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of part of it is still being in the healing process.
Right.
And this book for me was like, and it's so funny because every time I read a letter, I'm like, I didn't put this in my letter. I think that so it's like I kept revising my letter, adding to my letter and all those different things. For me, it's getting to the point to where the shame don't exist anymore.
Yes.
The embarrassment is not there anymore.
Right.
Because it's like my diary is about to go out to the world.
Right. Everybody can see.
So it's like, what they gonna think of me?
Right.
What people gonna say when they read this? What my family gonna say? Are they gonna pick and choose to what they feel was true that happened to me, or would it start a family war? I mean, what's gonna do to my mother when she really hear the writings in my diary?
Right.
How do my kids? What are my kids are gonna say?
Right.
So, Robin, let's get into that aspect.
Okay. I know as far as the letters, to be open and frank, for me is fear. For years I was tormented by fear. I mean, literally tormented by fear.
I can attest to that.
For me, most people would probably know it. They look at you. They try to sum you up, like I guess you if you come off as confident. But I know for years, when dark time came, when night time came, that's when I would be terrified, because my night times were terrifying.
We talking about every day then.
Wow.
Every day for years. Nighttime was terrifying.
So let me ask you, what was your coping mechanism with that?
Literally, and I know you always say this is religious, but I'm just telling you my story. Literally, when my mother was living, she would read to me the word. That was my mechanism. Literally. Okay. For somebody, they may say that's just too deep. No, literally, I lie not, without being pastor, without all that stuff. Literally, the word was my mechanism, because my nights would be so intense, I could smell snakes in my room. I could see them by thousands on my floor.
Oh my God.
I mean, just think about it now. This makes me cringe.
Yeah.
I would see objects that I've never seen ever seen in the natural. Like, this can't be real. This is like stuff that look like something that I haven't seen a horror movie look like anything that I used to see in my room. My room used to be transformed into I can't even describe it. The smells and the sounds I would hear.
Wow.
So for me, it was night. So that carried over as I got older. I know me and Angela would talk a lot, and I know, and I didn't tell your story for you, but I know you would have, your thing was keep the doors shut. My thing was keep doors open.
Right.
Wow.
Keep lights on. Feel secure, because my nights was terrifying. things that were trying to get you.
Wow.
So it affected me. You know, yours is physical, but mine was, you know, and was a spiritual reality. And I believe I'm not the only one listening who has lived with spiritually being tormented.
Yeah, I've experienced some of that too. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my fear. That's my thing. That developed a fear that trickled over in my life.
Wow. So, Georgia.
Yeah.
Same question.
Right.
The vulnerability. What, you know.
For me, it's a little bit different because each of my stories is different points in my life. When I was 8 years old, what I was going through, the molestation that I went through at age, that I jumped to when I got pregnant. You know, so I jumped at different spots in my life, and each of those areas affected me in different ways. You know, so it was like I had to, especially when I was writing, this the first one about when I was 8. It was kind of like I had to go, like I was saying, oh my God. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking I better tread lightly because I don't want to hurt no one. This is my truth, but I don't want to hurt nobody else that may have been involved in it. So when I rewrote it, and I took some stuff off and I put some stuff back in because I said, okay, this happened a long time ago. Why drag it back up?
Right.
I was 8 years old. I'm 50 now. So why drag something that happened how much years, 40 plus years ago? But it's my truth, and I got to heal from this. And so I had to be vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually I wrote what I wrote about it, and I said, you know, I'm writing this, and let the chips fall where they may. Because I need my healing. And this is this is how I'm going to heal, by speaking my truth. And so that's what I did, especially with that particular story. So each of my journey, because, you know, I come from Jamaica. I was 19 when I came here. I came in 1988 from Jamaica. I mean, so that's a difference. So you went from having a kid, leaving her in Jamaica. So the different points in my story that was very hard for me to speak about.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's not one story that makes it all my stories. You know, I talked about before being beaten and all that stuff. I didn't even know that I was going to talk. You know, something, you're right. I didn't even know it was something I was going to talk about.
Mm-hmm. I
didn't even remember it until recently that I remember. So wait a minute. I had my two eyes. I had black. I got punched in both of my eyes. I couldn't see out of it. Both of my eyes at the same time.
Wow.
That is something I didn't even remember until I thought about it. I'm like, oh my God, this happened to me.
Wow. Wow.
So these are all of the stories are you know, it's gut wrenching for me.
Well, it was a journey for all of us. And I have to say, it's a beautiful journey. Wouldn't you ladies say it's a beautiful journey to walk out this journey with these 12 women in this particular project?
Yes.
I also put together the QUEENDOM Diaries transformational coaching journal. And for me, God deals with me in real life situations as I'm birthing a project.
Right.
So as I'm birthing the book and the coaching journal, I'm going through something personal to help me push it out.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm. And to be transparent, Lord. And when you read my stories, my chapter is my journey to living the queendom life. And I talk about my dad and the rejection. And rejection, that's something that's so real and can be so powerful and detrimental in somebody's life that it can really block and hinder your destiny.
Yeah.
Literally, it can be a self-sabotaging mechanism if you don't know how to identify it when it comes. Right. It can sabotage your business, your relationships, your marriage. Everything. I mean, everything. It can stop you in the tracks.
Yes.
And it can, just like fear, it can literally paralyze you. It was a situation, and we don't have that much time to get into it, a situation to where I didn't know that part of that rejection was still alive in me. And healing comes in layers and it comes in phases. Mm-hmm. And healing really comes out when you're put in a situation Some people think, okay, I can do a 12-step program and that'll be it. No, you